Last week, who remembers what we covered last week? Let's see. It's not a test. I know you don't remember 10 minutes ago because if everything was fine, you don't remember it. Only when somebody died or a car accident do we remember stuff, right? It's okay. It's okay.
The fixed mindset.
The fixed mindset. So, Grace, what you think I'm gonna do? It's not the title, but what you think I'm gonna do today?
Whatever
what area?
The opposite of the fixed mindset.
Okay, so big, small. Did I go into great detail about mindset? Was it like, did you see the whole bird's eye view, the whole forest? Did you see it?
Did I do that? Mindset, I believe you did. There was a lot. I took a lot of notes. Yeah.
Yes. Well, you're gonna take a lot of notes today for sure. My teaching style, I got it from Dr. David Capes, rock star for Houston Christian University now. And he's not there anymore, I don't think so. But nevertheless, he could be. I have no idea. I need to go back. As I am am I an alumni? No, that's plural. I'm an alumnus. There you go. You got that singular. Latin. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It is important that we pull the microphone a little closer. It will be important, Melissa, that we process here as we journey in the days in which I said it all. Yeah, I didn't hear it because it was in my head. All of it was negative. It was all negative. That's why it didn't come out of my mouth. Right? It was in the days in which, just watch my little spirit fingers. Those are all words. And town hall. Okay, that was a little. Okay, if you get it, you get it. If you know, you know. And presidential. And so on and so on and so on. The days and all those. There's a bit of fresh anointing falling upon the planet. I think this is fair. It is fair to say where there is trouble, there is none trouble. So we're going to talk about that today in a different way. Big picture was last week. Very small picture like this, Melissa, this week. It's going to be like this. You will not see trees today. You will see one tree. You got me? You will not see trees. You will see one tree. And you're going to be like, where am I? Doesn't matter where you are. You are in a tree. And that's where you are. Okay? That's where you are. So don't try to figure it out, Grace. Okay? Should you try to figure it out, Grace? Don't. Will it be extremely understandable? Oh, yeah. You will definitely understand every word. As a matter of fact, this may be the most applicable class we've taught so far, which will then lead to, Deanna, the most fun class that we taught so far. So that's what we'll have. And you'll enjoy, because I'm moving my microphone closer. This baby girl is now playing the game too, so I gotta try to bring this in here. You understand? There's a lot, Susan. So, hold on. Get over here, microphone. Wait a minute. Get over here. Come here. Get in my belly. Sorry, that was
Don't worry about Jerome. It's a gold member.
Gold member. There you go.
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
It's fat bastard.
Yeah. The microphone obviously cannot get in my belly. I would probably need surgery. That's immediately. Stat, Susan. It would immediately need to happen. That's what happened. Books are being passed out now as we speak. I can't not tell you who getting books. They are being passed out. I'm not behind. I'm on it. Books are being passed out. If you didn't get yours yet, it's in the chute. It's in the sheet. All right, it's in the sheet. Yeah. Books are being passed out. It ended up being like 28 of them, something like that. So books are being passed out. Well, 28 maybe is a little bit exaggeration, but it was over 15 or something like that.
Sir, I got a response from the person who got their book today.
Okay.
Do you want me to send it to your Rhino email? Where you want me to send it?
You can omit the name, but you can say it out loud because it should have been, oh my goodness, the Lord is good. I can't believe, blah, blah, blah. That's what it should have been. Because that was a classic. I know that much.
Okay, so you want me to read? Okay, omitting the name. You want me to read? All right.
Please omit the name.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
This is my response to your email, and please forward this to Antonio as well. In glancing through the manuscript of the first email you sent to me, I like the book a lot, and what I read in it.
That's all you gotta do. That's it. That's all I need to hear. I get the rest. Just know. We in these streets.
That's it.
We in these streets. Of course, you can make any changes as you wish, but these are classics. Ain't none of these books. These are classics. That particular book, Grace, that went out today, was designed to become a national self-help and Bible study. That's what I designed that book for. That's what I designed that book for. Yes. It was designed to be on the, it's gonna need one heck of a cover, that's for sure. But it was designed for white churches and black churches and green churches to go, today, for the next 3 months, we're going to go over this book. That's what it was designed for. I literally wrote it for that reason. But anyway, sacred work as medicine is what we're
and that's why I ain't going to mess it up. And I'm going to let you do the last chapter. You got that? You got that?
And now that we know who the book went to.
Listen to me. I ain't as dumb as I look. You did a spectacular job on that book. And I hate to say that out loud.
So you want me to go ahead and do that last chapter? I understand.
I can always count on Uncle Rome and Adonia. Keep him humble. Keep him.
There are more books, 4 more books. That book was designed to be a career. Oh my God. Sir. Yes.
Yeah, I was, when I saw it, when I realized what you had done, and I went, wait a minute, wait a minute. This ties in with my other 2 books. I couldn't believe it. I was blown away. I was just blown away. And then you go let me mess up the end. Screw you out of your mind.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's classic. Y'all, if you get it, you'll see. It is designed to become a national Bible study. You'll see. It's not Christian. Don't get. It is and it's not. It's a book, Susan, about. So you know what? It perfectly ties into today, Adrian, because today we're talking about sacred work as medicine. And I'm going to give you history. This is, remember, fixed mindsets, what we did last week when we way out here. But now I need to tell you that God ain't trying to fix your mindset, Melissa, so you can write affirmations on your wall, because you don't spend 40 hours a week on your wall. You spend 40 hours a week working on your craft. Therefore, the most important thing to spirit, that's Melissa's language, the most important thing to source is your work. It makes sense. It does. It makes sense that as much as Adrian loves D-Block, as much as Adrian loves singing, what Adrian does all day long is try to be better. And it don't make sense that you think that your real ministry, Trinace, is not at your job. We're going to get a little bit better. We're going to get a little bit better.
Watch it.
Let's take this. We're going to put God into it. We're going to put God in real quick. We're going to put God in it real quick. Let's pretend, Susan, that God is real. Let's just pretend. Okay? If God is real, and we're going to pretend that God knows things, Grace, okay? God knows things. And God knows some things, Grace, or is it some things, or? A little bit of things?
All
Things.
All. Mm-hmm.
So God would understand, Grace, that you was going to be at worship coordinatedly 1% of the week, which equals 1% of your life. But you was going to spend 90, no, you're going to sleep. A third of your life. But if you're like, oh, that you're going to make money while you're sleeping. So then, therefore, I'm still right. I'm still right. You're going to spend 99% of your life making money. It's no, this is fair. Like, Melissa has a baby girl. She grown. Because she's not a baby girl. She's grown. You know, she can't. You know, Melissa baby was like, she an adult. So she at the age now, Susan, where they don't, you know, they cuddle with you when they're young and then they get older. Mom, right? They do all that stuff, you know, at 19, 20, they do all that stuff then. Melissa gave birth for free and nobody charged her. And nobody believed me just now. Not like nobody, everybody went, where?
Okay, because I was gonna be like, for real? Wait a minute.
Okay. Because Melissa giving birth was work for somebody, and you're gonna need to come off that money. I'm just need to let you know. So how do we as a unit make sure our work is medicine and it's sacred? Today, we talking about sacred work as medicine. And here's the crazy thing, Susan. We're not just talking about sacred work as medicine. I am giving you a strong argument that sacred work as medicine has been around a long time. Not just that, Grace. I haven't told you, but some people are nosy, like Melissa. She just sat up, ooh, resources, because it's also in the chat as a document and coming to you as an EPUB now of sacred work as medicine. Why? Because a significant portion of Pathbender, Grace, is sacred work as medicine. A significant portion. Do you hear me, Grace? A super significant portion of Pathbender is about sacred work. Grace, if you could take what's in the Zoom chat and share it on your screen in the Word, and I'll prepare. I'll send to you while you're doing that, because I already prepared the actual book. Remember, I told you get a bunch of things in Pathbender. This is one of those secret resources, and one of those is keeping your work sacred. Let's just read just a tad bit, Grace, just a tad bit.
Okay. Sacred work as medicine, the art of sacred work, your path to healing and success. Is that big enough for everybody?
Oh yeah, that's nice
Okay.
and big.
Embracing your inner circle, inner calling, uncovering your innermost passions and strengths is the pivotal first move in realizing a successful and satisfying life. Many individuals spend an inordinate amount
Grace, you
of
can
time.
skip all that. I'm gonna cover all that. You can
okay.
just scroll down to the good. Days.
Day one. Discover your
Day
passions and talents.
How many days is it, Grace?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a lot. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Wait a minute, sir. Okay, here we go. Wait a minute. 40.
Oh, it's another 40-day thing. Interesting. And it must go in tandem with the 40-day Pathbender challenge. Yay. And it's a very, very short read. Grace, take us through like day 36. No, not 36, 23. Let's see how long does it take to get past day 23. Surely it's 2,000 words long. Just read it out loud, Grace, until complete.
Release limiting beliefs. Identifying and letting go of limiting beliefs can free you from self-imposed barriers and enable you to achieve your goals more effectively. My thoughts. Limiting beliefs can hold us back from reaching our full potential and realizing our dreams. By releasing them, we can create space for new possibilities and opportunities. Your thoughts. Addressing and releasing limiting beliefs is a powerful way to shift our mindset and open ourselves up to greater success and fulfillment. Transformational exercise. Journal about any limiting beliefs you may have regarding your sacred work or personal capabilities. Challenge these beliefs by exploring their origins and considering alternative perspectives. Replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones and practice affirmations to reinforce your new positive beliefs. Question. You got my thoughts and your thoughts.
Yes, I will address that here in a second.
Okay.
However, did you finish day 23 already, Grace?
You're done.
So what
No.
you're telling me is this is not a daunting task.
No.
Ah. So if somebody say, well, I got work to do, I can't do that, they probably shouldn't do it, considering this is called sacred work as medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, Otis, maybe I'm going to talk about medicine today. And it seems I'm going to talk about work. And it seems I'm going to talk about what is sacricity, is what Deanna would say. That's a real word that she says. It doesn't exist at all. She just says it. It does not exist. That word does not exist. Sacricity. It don't even sound right, Susan. Sacricity. But she be dead serious when she say it. Man, it's dead serious. She got them George Bush words. Junior.
That's Sarah Palin. That's Sarah Palin.
Oh, well, okay. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. So we have some sacricity to borrow from D. Marie. Sacricity, which is good. It's good. So let's see. Grace, read day 13. I have no idea what this is.
Okay.
I do. I don't have it memorized, though, but yes, I do.
Balance your work and personal life.
Mm-hmm.
Finding a healthy balance between work and personal life is crucial for maintaining your well-being and preventing burnout. My thoughts. Achieving balance in our lives allows us to be more effective and fulfilled. Okay. Sorry. Where am I at? More effective and fulfilled in both our work and personal endeavors. Your thoughts. Prioritizing self-care and personal well-being can help us to stay energized and focused on our sacred work. Transformational exercise. Schedule regular downtime for yourself, engaging in activities that nourish your body, mind, and spirit. Create boundaries around your work to ensure that it doesn't consume all aspects of your life, and establish a support system
Read that
to
again.
help you.
No.
Create boundaries.
Yeah. Schedule. Let's just start with transformation exercise for day 13 is what?
Okay. Schedule regular downtime.
Read
for
it like
yourself.
your Baptist. Read it like your Baptist. Read it like a scripture.
All right. Schedule regular downtime for yourself, engaging in activities that nourish your body, mind, and spirit. Create boundaries around your work to
Amen.
ensure that it doesn't consume all aspects of your life.
Amen.
And established a support system to help you maintain balance. You know, they pause at the last word at the end when they read
You
it.
gotta pause and go ahead and may the Lord have what?
May the Lord add a blessing to the readers, hearers, and doers of his word.
Yeah. Your work should have boundaries. Uh-oh. Stop your screen, Grace. Anything else y'all can see? We won't cover the book in this particular class session. That is for you to roll with yourself. It will come up many a times. It will. And this idea of work being sacred and used as medicine, that seems legit, Phil. It seems that whether we work for an employer, Susan, or work on humor consultants, it should be sacred and it should be healing. Thoughts. Dialogue time. Who's first?
Shit, I can go.
Come on with it.
I can go because that is a true statement. I have realized in my life that is where I would like to be. And if it's not in a sacred, harmonious type place, I can't do it. Like I can do it for that day or whatever, but I'm not coming back. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm with you on that. I don't know if that was what you wanted me to say in that moment.
I want free dialogue, but I agree to everything you said. No, I agree to everything you said.
Taking facts, like, because there's some,
Well, if you're working on your marriage,
I don't have one of them, so I don't do all that. Let me mute my mic.
fair enough. Fair enough. Adonia, if you're working on your marriage and you are not approaching your marriage as sacred, and the work you're doing is not sacred, there is no work being done on your marriage.
Rewind. Press play.
If you're working on your marriage and if you're not approaching your marriage as sacred, and the work in which you are doing is not sacred, there's no work being done on your marriage. I'll give you an example. There's this great movie. I'm sure Susan's seen it 15 times. She loves it. It's called Fireproof. It's a fantastic movie. It's what's the guy named that, like, for 15 years.
Is he the guy with the flywheel?
Cameron.
Yeah. Kirk Cameron. He was in all the Christian movies.
Okay.
He was in, hey, we need our movie to be a hit. Get Kirk Cameron right now. Right? He was in all the movies. He was in all the Christian movies. In there, he is doing the Love Dare. Okay? It's a real book. It's a 40-day challenge. The Love Dare. It's a real book. He's doing the Love Dare by it's the same guys who write the movie that they call the Kendrick brothers.
Oh, that's who I was thinking about. So Fireproof is the same people that wrote Flywheel and all that. Okay.
Flywheel, Facing the Giants.
I didn't rebuke you. That one.
Courageous
that
too, I think.
Courageous.
Okay.
Yeah, their first 4 movies were all under Sherwood Baptist Church, Sherwood Films, and the third movie was Fireproof. And Fireproof, the guy does the Love Dare, but here's the problem, Susan. He going through the motions. Him and his wife have problems, Otis. And he going through the motions. He doing the right thing. But the crazy thing about the right thing, Jerome, is people can feel your energy. See, Frida understand if her husband is going through the motions or not. And her husband understands if Frida is going through the motions or not. And Jerome is not his wife covering if it's his duty. He is his wife's covering if it's his passion. Just because something is your responsibility does not mean you don't get on fire for it. Yes, Damali is doing the right thing and respecting her vows, but her husband can feel that if that's all it is. But when she becomes sacred about those vows, when the work becomes a holy sacrifice, when the work becomes the excited path, the husband will change. Not saying the husband needs to change, but you get the point. I'm calling out names. I'm not literally using you as examples. Okay. Not literally using examples. Get a message. Don't dare talk. No. They're just names. They're just names. Grace, the work must be sacred. Not just you, but the work itself. And when I marry Melissa and I treat Melissa as sacred, doesn't matter if she's doing something wrong. If I stick to it, she will change by default. But I can't change Melissa. The work in which I approach her, that's the only thing that would inspire her to change herself.
I just want to say amen.
Did you say
we getting deeper in this? Okay, we getting deeper in this. Go ahead, Grace, then Trinace.
Did you say just because something is your responsibility doesn't mean?
It doesn't. I forget what I said. So I'll
Did you
tell
say
you.
doesn't mean it's your passion?
Yeah,
Or
I mean,
it
that's
doesn't
exactly
mean
what I
it-
would have said for sure, because that's what I meant.
Okay.
If it's my responsibility to respect Adonia when she talks. But she can feel, Susan, if I'm passionate about respecting her when she talk, can't she?
What
Look at
can I
it.
repeat what you said? Because I hit that. I hit. What you
Okay.
said was your husband. If covering his wife is his responsibility, she's not covered. But if covering his wife is his passion, then she's covered. That's what he said.
You hear it? It's the truth. That hits differently, don't it?
Or how
I
about
got
this
to-
one? They faking it, but it ain't real. So you just doing it just to do it.
And
So
you can feel it, can't you?
You can absolutely dang Skippy. Yep. Sorry. Yes, you can. Sorry.
You can feel it. You can feel it at work. You can feel it with first line supervisor, and you damn sure can feel it with somebody you kiss on the mouth. You can feel it. Work should be sacred. And then when it becomes sacred, Otis, it becomes medicine to the soul. Write that down, Grace, because that's the thesis of the whole night. Work should become sacred. And when it does, Jamal, it becomes medicine for the soul. And that's powerful. Some of y'all are in positions and jobs that are toxic, and you wonder why you cannot be blessed, because you're allowing security to keep you away from the sacred work your soul has called you to do.
Watch it.
Oh, we're going to talk today. Come on, Trinace.
Antonia.
So you
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. So Trinace and Susan.
you didn't have to go that far to explain it based on marriage. Because I mean, for me, I ain't never been married. I'd like to be married, but this is it for me. I do not have to cook. I don't have to. But when I feel like cooking, your food gonna be extra.
So you say it's going to be extra?
It's gonna be extra.
That's
I
fair.
can make a sweet potato pie, but I can put some amaretto in there because I feel like cooking.
That's fair.
Me and
But when you
Deanna are
ordered
coming.
my food,
Okay. Me and
was it
Deanna are coming.
Was it sacred work when you ordered my food? Because I can feel it if it wasn't. I can feel it if it wasn't.
I mean, you can feel it the way you serve it. You just toss it up on the table or say it's on the stove. Go get your plate. You know, that's all kinds of ways you can show how you really feel.
It's just that's kind of like when the Braxtons was on and they met the woman they mama that they dad cheated on their mother with. It was like you served us lobster dinner on the top of garbage on the lid garbage lid. So
Fair
I
enough.
mean, I just imagine that as you giving me the best, but on the garbage lid.
We got a lot to talk about. Some of y'all are like, damn, I shouldn't have showed up today. I mean, I should not have showed up today. I'm not going to lie to you. Come on, Susan.
Well, I can see where work becomes sacred, and in the beginning when we started together with humor consultants, I feel it was really like that. It was sacred, and
Fair enough.
and it was medicine to us, because it just, you're feeding yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then as we had kids, and then all the interruptions of that, and
You're so talking now. You're
and
talking
then
now,
the
Susan.
technology and the paperwork and all that kind of stuff was not. But when we'd be back with the people and
Yeah.
do something
Yeah.
good that made them feel good, then that, we would
Yeah.
feel that energy again. And then you go back in the office and in the house, and we I remember going to a workshop with a friend of ours who was a psychologist on marriage. And he did this whole workshop and we went to it and we had several friends there. And, we have workbooks, and I think right over there in my cupboard, I still have that. And it's, we were only married like 10 years or so. So that's how long it's been. But I kept that. I keep it with me, and I'm going to pull it out because there's things in there. And he had such good questions that he would ask us, like you're doing now. And you get away from it. You drift away from it.
Yeah.
You have to keep it, especially when you work together as partners, and then you're at home too, and trying to balance, which there's really no balance, trying to figure it out. And I feel that again now.
Right.
Felt because we're working on things and we're trying to get books and courses and all these things,
and you
so
can
we're
feel that
in
alignment in you too, right?
Yes. So I totally agree with what you're saying, and
Absolutely.
support it.
No,
Need
thank
it
you.
again. Need to hear it.
For real. No, in fact, and I'll be equally as transparent. I don't know what's wrong with Deanna. I have no idea. She just don't want anything to have to do anything with work. No, she wants to work. No. Don't get it twisted. For her, I don't know what happened, Susan. She just wants to be a wife. That's it. All right. Which is like weird to me, weird. All she wants to do.
And what's wrong with her wanting to be a wife?
I know. I'm making fun of
I'm
myself.
asking you.
I'm making fun of myself. I am making fun of myself.
Well, it's her newest role.
I got you, Dion. I got you, girl.
It's her newest role right now, and she wants to do good.
It's 100% facts.
And it's a very public role too.
No, well, that's true. Yeah. No, I didn't think about that part right there. 100%. I've embraced it. I'm making fun of myself right now, right? I've embraced it. And here's the deal. And Damali, you're absolutely right. But let me finish making fun of myself. I don't know what's wrong with her. All she wants to do is do right and serve me, right? What the hell wrong with her? It don't make no damn sense. Oh, this stupid. It don't make no sense. Exactly. Right? Exactly. I don't know what's wrong with it. And every time now I don't have this problem. It's been quite some time. But I had to warn her. All right, don't get triggered now. I'm gonna say something about work. Go ahead, Frida.
He did that today.
It may
you heard it, right, Grace? Go ahead, Frida.
It could be because I have something written down here that says the fundamental rule of nature is cooperation. Like when you come together in a marriage or anything, you have to come together in cooperation. We must come together in the most cohesive way, harmonizing and synchronizing as one.
That's a fact.
And I think that's what she's doing. And when we think about our body, like all of our organs has to do that in order for us to live and be healthy. Everything has to be in cooperation. Same thing with nature, the seasons. So we as humans, we must do the same thing.
You're right. I mean, your heart right now is not competing with your mouth. If it was, you'd be dying out there exercising while you're talking.
Right.
These would be your last words.
That's exactly right.
No doubt about it. No. What happened was I didn't allow Deanna to have sacred work with being who she wanted to be. Remember I said, Susan, I led this conversation with, let me be equally transparent. This is what I said. All right. So, all right. Now, think about this for a moment, Otis. Because see, truthfully wasn't all my fault. She heard me say something and made a meaning out of something I said. I was like, well, I like to build with who I'm with. I didn't mean pick up a hammer
Reverend.
But that's what she said. So if she cares about you, she gonna try to do what you want by helping you build. You put it out there.
I should have explained myself much, but we had this talk, Dana. Come on, go ahead and talk. Now, tell them how we had this talk.
No, we it was actually at one of the hold on. It was actually at one of the Antonio T. Smith Jr. live events. And okay, then hold on, give me a second. And he was, I can't remember what led into the conversation, but he asked me a question. I think Damali was at that one, and that's what led into the conversation because she said something that triggered, and I was like, when you say build with me, that's what I see. And he was like, but that's not what I meant. And then he broke it down to me. And
so hold on, pause it before you break it down. Give him the punchline. Give him what I told you today. I gave you a direct order to do something today, and then break it down. Like give them the end so they can make the pieces together. What I tell you to do today?
Just watch TV.
Oh, no, you're gonna say that louder now. You're gonna give my props because Damali was loud, Jerome was loud, Susan, you're gonna give my props. Like, dog it.
He told me to watch TV. He said just relax and watch TV. I was like, okay.
I demanded it, Susan. That's that. Go and read your message. Read your message. Just say, I don't need you to do what? Well, what did it say?
Oh, it said I don't need. Hold on.
Give me these damn props.
He said, oh, that's not the one. Hold on.
I remember what I said.
He said, watch TV all day. No need to work unless you are working on your stuff.
Where's my...
Whatever. You know what? Whatever. just whatever.
Thank you, Adonia.
Don't fall. Do not.
That's his reasonable service.
It's psychological. I'm gonna say that because what she's gonna say, but no, it's okay, baby. I'll go ahead and blah 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 blah. So he did it because he knows she gonna still go
that's
ahead
fair.
and do.
That's fair.
I thought you did it because you cared about her relaxation, and that's what it is. That's the way
let me speak on
it's not the first time I've said it though, but go ahead, Damali, then go ahead.
Speak on Deanna's behalf to say no the hell she wouldn't. She watched TV and enjoyed herself.
I so the hell did. I so the hell did.
But is that the first time I told you that, Deanna?
No, it's not the first.
How consecutively have I told you that and backed it up? You know, give us some details.
All the time.
Well, all the time since like 6 months ago.
Yeah, every time you tell me that.
Deanna, you can secretly text me if you want to. You could text me. Just don't do it on.
I got the knife to her rib. She's not gonna text you. I got the knife.
So it's the truth. Every time he's told me that, he stood by that. That like there was, if he caught me working, he would ask me what I was working on, and if I wasn't working on me, he would tell me stop. Either work on me, or take the rest of the day off and watch him. TV show or something.
Pause real quick. You coming back? I'm trying to talk to 4 different type of learners. So just pause real quick. I understood by accident that I was making. Oh, he on a flight. Okay. I understood by accident that I was making wife spousalness unsacred, Susan. Now, I didn't understand it at first. Don't get it twisted. It's not something I knew. Let me think about this for a second. How the hell do I know that? First off, men don't know nothing, Susan. Let's start there from scratch. Okay. Let's start from there. Okay. But once we had the conversation, and she's right, Damali was there and we was talking, and she like, the whole conference just bust out and cried. I'm like, wait a damn minute. And like it was happy tears. She finally said it. And it was like, oh my God, I've been a slave for so long. Like literally, it was one of those. It was one of those.
It was.
Oh, you had Deanna celebrating Juneteenth.
Yeah. Celebrate Juneteenth. So you're right. Well, but see, I didn't know when I said that. And it still stands. I still can't be with somebody I can't build with, but that don't mean that I want you to build the way I build. That ain't what I'm saying. But you know, of course, that's all I said, Otis. In my head, I said more. Out my mouth, that's all I said. So she, with her own frame of reference, made a meaning out of that, and then work or wife became unsacred. See, I'm just riding Susan's energy. I'm just like, Susan started it. I'm being equally transparent. Like, that's all I said. You get it? What I said, because I understood when Susan was like, "It's just now becoming back sacred again." Us too, Susan. Okay, us too. But it wasn't. And here's the deal: she wasn't forced, and I wasn't being abusive.
No.
It's just that if you don't have these alignment checks, we call them conversations in regular English. If you don't have these alignment checks, these conversations, work gets very not sacred quickly. And if most of Susan's life, let's think about it, the whole time Susan has been with Phil, she has never been able, I think they got married within 1 year. They have never, Susan has never been able not to take a day off as a wife. Wait a minute. She could take a day off as a Christian. I'm not saying she does. She could take a day off as a woman. I'm gonna just sit here. I ain't taking no bath today. She can do all that. She can say the news is stupid. It's bothering me. She can cut the TV off, but she can't cut off being a wife. Because once you're in, you're in. Please receive this. And God wants that sacredity, to borrow from Deanna, in the wifeness.
I've tried a few times.
Fair enough. So has she.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just gotta not gonna do it. And I don't know. Right now, I kind of feel like with Deanna, a commitment to us to get things done at a certain time and all that, I'm kind of feeling like,
oh, no, that's how she views that. So anything that makes me look good puts her in this sacred work. So you fall right in it. That's why she volunteered.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fall right in it. It's not an issue.
And that's how we kind of operate too.
Right.
But it's, Deanna, it's gonna be like this when you're my age, when you guys are here. But you guys have a good foundation, and you're bringing it to the forefront now. And you're talking about it now, and working things out. So just keep doing that. Keep the lines of communication open.
Yeah, and she's right. She's right. So now I'm gonna let you come back in. I'm trying to get, this has nothing to do with relationships. I'm just trying to tell you that work has everything to do with relationships. While this conversation has nothing to do with relationships. If I tell you sacred work as medicine, if you do it, it should be sacred. And your relationship should be sacred work, not obligated work, not I made a vow work, but sacred work. Because Susan can feel when the heart's not in it, like everybody else. Here, Phil, eat. Like everybody, and there will be some eat this food nights. But in Jerome's case, right? In Jerome's words, joy will come in the morning, right? Joy will come in the morning. And that's how it works. Work, all work. I'm just trying to get you down to get ready in 30 seconds. I'm just trying to get you to see. I'm trying to take away this Hebraic thinking from you, Grace, to where the Hebrews accidentally thought that you had to be Hebrew to be saved, because they wound up making a meaning out of Genesis chapter 12, verse 1, 2, and 3. That's not what happened. Was God told Abraham, all nations will be saved through you. The Hebrews over time ended up thinking all nations need to come through us. Y'all see it? All nations will be saved through you. But the Hebrew nation over time ended up saying, no, Susan got to come through us. Come through the temple. Come through kosher, right? Things like that. And I'm not saying it wrong. I'm just saying that's what happens. And I'm trying to get you out of that. I'm trying to get you to see, Melissa, that work should be sacred. And if you really want to be successful, Adonia, if you really want to retire, find the sacred energy in what you're doing. Bloom right there. And you will plant yourself out until they're your first client. Any other energy won't do it. Okay, go ahead, Deanna. You're going to wrap it up. You can talk as long as you want, but give them some insight that I cannot give.
Okay, so that day, what made me cry was not only the weight being released, but like, okay, I finally said it, but it was also the fact that he was like, girl, you had that all wrong. No, you ain't got to do it like that. I was like, oh, thank you so much.
Don't be rolling your eyes. Don't be rolling your eyes, Rip.
I don't care nothing about you sitting next to me hammering hammers. Keep going.
And he was like, and so slowly, like as we would talk, he would ask me different questions to like see, okay, is it this? Is it that? Like he did he put in he asked the questions. He was like, okay, so what about this? Or what about that? Or if he said something and it triggered me, he's like, okay, so he would ask him, so why did that trigger you? Like, what about what I said? Because this is what I was actually saying.
Because your triggers have become sacred work to me.
Watch it.
Adrian gets that. You hear me? Are her triggers my responsibility? No. Should they be sacred to me, though? Yes. Keep going, dear. Keep going. We're going to save somebody today.
And so over this time, he'll just be like, it'll, I don't know. It's like, I can't explain it, but every few days every few days to a couple of weeks, he'll be like, hey, what's on your agenda for today? And I'll tell him and he'll be like, okay, don't do that, do that. Or he'll be like,
I'm just saying, don't make me sound nice. This is trash. I don't hear you nowhere on this agenda. That's what I'm saying. Keep going, though.
And he'll tell me, okay, I want you to have a day off. Just rest. Don't do nothing else. And I happily, I go get my snack. I stay in my pajamas. I read.
Tell him what my reward is, what I think my reward is.
Me being able to, me not doing nothing is his reward.
Come on, y'all. I didn't feed her that information that came out of her own mouth. Okay, let me just.
Okay. Okay, no. Let me break it. Let me say it from my.
All the feminism around here. I'm doing all right around here, Susan. I'm doing okay now.
Let me say this. He says it's his reward for me to be able When I just do that, that's a reward for him, because as a provider is letting him know that he's providing enough for me to be able to just sit down and watch TV all day and not do it.
Okay.
I hear you all. I hear you, right? But if she is sacredly doing this because this is what she likes to do, now you're saying in the
That's on her.
in the very beginning of who she has always said that that's what she wants to do. She takes
Right, because
pride
she's a big
in
kid.
doing it.
So putting responsibility on her pisses her off because she's a big kid. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
As long as it's your you are the responsibility. Make you look good. Make people understand that whatever you said earlier that day can get done, because that's the period on your, you know what I mean, the crossing of your T's and the dotting of your I's. And that's sacred.
Yeah.
Is like, I understand where you're coming from, but is that wrong for you to tell her then not to do it because you want her to watch TV?
Well, I'm not sure if I told her not to do it. I'm not sure how. I'm not. Maybe I forgot something she said, but if she don't have her in her agenda, that's the only time I'm saying that's trash. Don't do that. Because
her in her agenda is making you look good, making you whatever the confirmation.
Oh, that's a good question. No, that's a good question. That's a fantastic question.
I got you.
Let me answer that from a man's perspective real quick. That's a fantastic question. I don't care about. So when I say she needs to be in her agenda, I have no dog in that fight. I just understand. Like, it doesn't. I don't feel rewarded because I'm a provider in that. That's not why I feel my reward at. And I don't feel like I'm doing a good job in that. I just understand. It's something Adonia said a long time ago to me and on the call. I understand that she's got to do stuff in her way for her without my influence, or it's not real. And I get that. So when I say, where you at in your list? Now, if she is take a bubble bath, all right, I don't give a damn. But you need to be in your list, or it ain't real. So that's from a man's perspective. I may not be right, but that's how I'm approaching that in this particular, talk. Go ahead, Dan. You should say something. I think Damali and I saw somebody else want to say something. I'm not sure.
So what I do to balance that out, Miss Adrian, I'll actually tell him, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do this first, and then I'm gonna do what you say. And he'd be like, okay. He said, if that's what you want to do, if that's something you want to do, okay.
I ain't got no dog in that fight, Otis. I ain't got no dog in that fight, man.
He would actually say, if that's what you want to do, I ain't got no dog in that fight. But I'm letting you know you ain't got to do nothing today. So that's because I understood what you, that's how that part works out. Because he knows if he can tell in my tone if I'm adamant about doing something. And he'd be like, okay, if that's what you want to do, then I'll be like, yeah, it is. He's like, okay, I ain't got a dog in that fight. But just know, I'm letting you know, you ain't got to do that today. But if you want to.
After that, whatever the hell she do, I ain't got to do that. I said my shit. I didn't say what I was supposed to say. So I'm out of here.
Sometimes he say that too. Sometimes he say that too. He said, okay, well, I said what I had to say. I said what I was supposed to say. So whatever you decide to do after that, it's on you.
Okay, that's the problem I have. Supposed to. You see what I'm saying? There's a
that's
a little
that's
Antonio manipulation in there, because when you go do what you got to do, it frees him up to go do what he wants to do. I see you.
Well, I agree with everything else except for the very last one. No, I agree. I can even agree with manipulation, but it has nothing to do with me trying to do what I want to do. It has nothing to do with that. It is, I'm trying to stay out of trouble. So if there's a manipulation here, It is manipulating myself into harmony. Do you understand? So I completely agree. There's a little Antonio manipulation because I don't want to get in trouble. Go
I
ahead,
give you
Jerome.
grace on
The
that
only
one.
way,
Okay.
the only reason why I'm letting you off the hook is because you know that Deanna will go at times and not take care of herself and take care of you and make you look good. And you will go to her and says, what you doing? And that gets you off the hook, because by doing so, you are saying to her, your happiness and what's important to you is what's important to me. Now, what you doing? I like that.
That's been the biggest
like
adjustment, Jerome. That's been the biggest and hardest adjustment of this whole thing. What you just said, because I am. So I want to say I'm used to her checking on me, but it's more than that. It's more than that, Adrian. It's more than that, Adonian. I don't know if that's her nature or that's how she started. So I don't know which one is true, Susan. I just know I got accustomed to it. Does that make sense? Like I don't know if it's her nature. I don't know if that. Either way. So the biggest adjustment is I start. Did you eat?
He did.
See, I gotta ask those questions now, Damali. You understand what I'm saying? I had to flip. That's been the hardest adjustment because I'm so damn busy. Y'all have no idea. Oh my God. You have no idea, Adonia. If I tell you that I had to train myself to pause and check on this girl, and that was the hardest damn fight. And I know it sounds so damn simple to some of y'all, not to me. I'm sure Melissa struggled with it too.
You don't eat.
Yeah,
you don't eat.
I forget to eat. I'm over here killing these goals. Now I got to pause and check. Do you understand how much my ego owed us? That 5-second pause. Oh, we lost money in 5 seconds. I'm not telling you I'm right, but it's been the biggest adjustment, Damali. It had for me. I'm sure it's not the biggest adjustment to her, but I ain't talking about her. I don't know nothing about her. You understand? It's the biggest adjustment for me to, like, I've had to, when she decided, and this is going to sound bad, but if you can hear it objectively, and I think every man should do this, but whatever. When she decided, Susan, that she didn't want to work and she wanted to do whatever she wanted to do. And when I tried to understand it, I got in trouble because that was my first damn problem, Susan. Trying to understand the woman. That was my first problem. And I know I got in trouble for asking questions. Y'all don't want to hear me, man. That's all right, though. I genuinely got in trouble for trying to fix it. You trying to fix it. Don't fix it. Are you right? You sure right. You okay. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you for backing me up. I got in trouble. God dog it. You understand? Don't fix it. I don't need you to be my teacher. I want you to be my teacher, but I don't need you to be my teacher. What the fuck does that mean? I don't understand. Right. So I'm confused. I'm very confused. And when I realized, okay. So the best way, and I sure hope this, I know it's gonna come off bad, but I hope all men do this. What's worked out for me is being a wife to her. See, I said it was gonna sound bad. I said it was.
Sound bad.
Well, it just depends on your church bringing, and it just depends on you understand. I've had to be more feminine energy.
I wish my husband would be more wife to me.
All right,
and
then.
be
There
more,
you go.
Yeah, be a little more softer, be a little more understanding, be a little more attentive, be a little more nurturing. That would be lovely. I would love that.
Fight of my life, Damali. I have had to learn. You hear me? It's been, I got it now.
Yeah, you've been on it.
That's like, because every time I'm confused, I go, what would a wife do here? Listen, I'm telling you all my secrets right now. This is what I'm telling you. I'm telling you what I'm dead serious. Like, I'm so serious right now, Tracy.
Okay, Steve Harvey.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I didn't think about
Antonio,
that. Yes, ma'am.
the thing is, you have a working relationship that's sacred too, that you've had before the marriage
Yep.
relationship.
Yep.
And now blending those two, still working together, but putting the marriage, which she's, I think, wanting to make sure is that the marriage is sacred first,
Fair enough.
so that we can do our business together.
And I'm sure you know all too well. Like, you coming from an expert opinion right now, for sure.
And she's just wanting to make sure that she has that first and feels that, and then doing the work would be sacred as well. But you have to feel that personal relationship of a marriage that you have, and understand that, and then to do the business work together too, which sometimes can be a lot.
Well, yeah,
That makes
no doubt.
sense.
Oh no, it makes plenty of sense, because I can't tell you how many. If I tell you, let me tell you one. This is Don. You're gonna like this part. You're gonna like this part. I had to learn how to leave her the bleep alone for like 2 months. Yeah, I don't understand. Hold on. No. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. In order to prove that I wanted to be sacred in my work, I needed her to, I needed to not have her up under me and not do this and not do that, and just let her, the crazy part of mine, let her go all day. Don't matter if you see me 30 times a day. Hey, and that's it. And watch TV and just sit on the couch or whatever all day. Just to establish that I was okay with it's not new rules. I don't see them that way. I just got, now I have no idea if this is true. I have no idea if this is true. It could be, I have no idea. She's gonna have to answer on her own, but this is what I said in my head. Hold on, did I make that clear, Damali? This is what I said in my head. All right, just want to make sure, okay? Because I'm probably about to say something to get me stoned to death. I have no idea. I understood that, and I'm speaking for her, so I may be wrong, but I was convinced that I convinced her that you need to be in a place where you need me, and you need to be in a place where you are proving to me that you're here. So the best way to break that was to say, hey, go do what you want, right? Go ahead. And I'm okay with whatever the hell you do, right? Blah, blah, blah. Because, and it just goes back to the Adonia statement, the manipulation, because it's fair. It's 100% fair. You can't be as smart as me, as charismatic as me, and not manipulate or be accused of manipulation. It's one or the other, right? I'm either manipulating or being accused of manipulating when I'm not. So either way, right? Either way, I'm dead in the water before I even start, right? I'm dead in the water. So the best thing that I don't know if it's the best thing I did, but in my head, in order to make my work sacred as medicine, Otis, I sat there and I said, it's all about harmony. And what is harmony to her in this season? She don't know, so I'm okay with not knowing. And if you think that shit was easy, you have no idea what it's like to be a strategic thinker like me and Susan, who needs every dot dotted, every I odd, every T T'd, and every S curved. It was torturous, Susan, to walk around in adaptation. But I was convinced that I was the problem and I needed to be more sacred than the problem. Did I know the problem? No. Did she tell me the problem? No. Did I fix the problem? I'm sure I didn't. She just like probably gave me a waiver and exception, and okay, and then this whatever. It's just something like that. So anyway, I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure I did not fix a damn thing. I'm pretty sure you gave me a waiver and exception. But won't you respond to some of what I said? And work because this is perfect. This is perfect. Because I had this nerdy stuff in the background. But I'm with sacred work as medicine. We got somewhere, and it was sacred, and it was work that became medicine. So you respond to what I said, and let you talk, because I don't have no idea what you're gonna say. I've never said this out loud to her, by the way.
No, he hasn't. So what you said to yourself was kind of how I was feeling, like it, like to build with you or to be, it had to be like this. So when you did that, I'm not gonna lie, at first I was a little nervous. Like, okay, wait a minute. This not normal. like this not normal. But at the same time, you doing that made me want to work even more to make sure that the name was intact, that it made me want, like, you, that's what you said in your head. Whatever you did, it made me, it was like, okay, well, damn, let me make sure I got this, let me make sure I got that, let me make sure I got this together, let me make sure you got that together, let me make sure the calendar's straight, let me make sure the appointments are scheduled, let me make sure, so I excuse me.
I'm gonna take my calendar out your hands too, by the way, because that's why I told you, text you today, we're gonna talk. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. You didn't text me that. But
don't worry about it. I'll show you. I'll reply to it. Don't worry about it.
Okay. But yeah, so as he was doing that, for me it was okay. Well, let me do this, well, I can do that, I can take that off your hands, so you don't have to worry about doing that. It opened, it made me want to help more. It made me want to be like, well, you're doing all that. The least I can do is do this for you. You're doing all that. The least I can do is do this for you. So that's what it did for me. And this is the first time I'm hearing this. So, wow.
I blame me, like any responsible, mature person would do. I mean, what else I was supposed to do, Phil? Any other thing was resulted in death. Blame me. The men understand. I blame me. Yes, I blame me. I blame me. No, I mean, you're absolutely right. And so I'm gonna wind up taking my calendar out of hand, but not because it's a punishment, because I realized today something happened today. I don't remember what it was. And it looked like work. And I heard her respond, and her, 90% of the communication is nonverbal. Yeah. So she had this breath about her. You know what I'm talking about, Susan. She had this, it was some sort of exhale, that it was something that said, you will get yourself in trouble if you don't go ahead and do it. So I was like, let me just go ahead. Blah, blah, blah. Now I know I can't take the medical part of my calendar. See, she ain't got to tell me this. See, look, I'm not even looking at her. I know I can't take the medical part. You understand? Because I'm gonna get in trouble if I do that. But the work part, I was thinking, maybe if she teach me or something, maybe I can help a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can do that. I don't know. And that's a big deal, because I hate admin work. Y'all have no idea. Oh my God. I know we shouldn't say hate, but Susan, I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate admin work. That's the real vibration. Ain't no sense in me running with you, Melissa. I hate it. I know you gifted at it. I hate it. I hate admin work with a capital H. Okay, then, God
I
darn
don't
it. I
really
hate
know
it.
anybody that totally really does like it.
Oh, no. I love my admin work. I hate the grunt work.
Okay, Susan sound like me. I don't know anybody that likes it except for Deanna and Melissa because they love it. These are only two idiots out here, not idiots in real life. I'm just coming from me and Susan's perspective. You got to be an idiot to love this, right?
Well, I'm the one who has to do it all.
I know it sucks. It totally sucks. Can y'all see that to be with Adonia, that be with, not Adonia. See, okay, let me try. I'm gonna say it this way, and we're gonna see if it connects a little bit older. Adonia is not sacred. She is, but she already know that. She don't need help with that. This ain't up for discussion. So for me to make Adonia sacred, I'm going backwards. I'm spinning my wheels. Damali, some of this makes sense, Damali. Hey, how you doing? I just want to let you know, man, that you are sacred. I already know that. What the hell are you here for? Come on. I bet she ain't gonna disagree. I already know that. Okay. So when I said to be with Adonia is sacred, I didn't say it. The Adonia part of the sentence is sacred. It's the be with part that I'm supposed to take sacred. That's what she's looking at. She knows she's sacred.
Until right there.
Oh, I was gonna say,
yeah, because to me, sacred is you're holding me high and almighty. That's not it. But
I should hold being with you high and almighty.
Okay, so that I mean, special. High and almighty is a little bigger. I'm not.
But either way, the be
my
with you.
Not that big, but yeah, I should be a priority. Let's say that.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Or special. I'll say that.
Priority or special. You heard it.
I mean,
see,
yeah.
She didn't say I'm a priority. She didn't say I'm special. She said, coming over here, I should be a priority. I should be special.
Don't overread that though, because we all need our spaces. I don't need you to be up underneath me. I don't expect you to be 24/7. No, because I need space like you need space. But on those certain times, there's some attention is going to be necessary, and which makes it a priority, right? I mean, you make an attempt to do it and not have to. I don't want you to have to do nothing. If you have to, I'm not interested. It's something that you want to do.
Fair enough. Well, first off, it's California. I sleep in my car and I need a place to stay. So I'm going to be up all up under you. You hear me? I'm going to be all up under you. I ain't going to lie to you. It's California. I need a place to stay. I sleep in my car. So every time you call, what you doing? I'm right around the corner. Why you always right around the corner? Because I'm sleeping right around the corner. Okay? It's California. It's expensive out here. I couldn't resist. How many times will I be able to do that joke, Grace? How many times? It's gonna be 30 years if I can pull it off again. 30 years. I had to do it right there. So I had no choice. Okay. California is expensive, and she lives in the most expensive part. Warriors won. Warriors won.
No, I don't. I do not. Yes, the Warriors did win. I'm still the Lakers are gonna take it. But all the Warriors are my boys. I love the Lakers too. The Lakers, unfortunately, they're gonna take it. We can't do this two more times.
Yeah, game 6.
I didn't say with game number. I just said they're gonna take it.
We're gonna have to make sure game 6 Clay don't show up because game 6 Clay is consistent. Game 6 Clay is consistent now. And he's gonna keep himself away. But anyway, Grace, we stuck on the relationship part properly. But it's not relationship in which I am talking. It's work. And your work should be sacred. And I'm trying to explain that all things that you do outside of what you call worship is worship. And if I can get you to get that, if I can get you to get that, washing Tracy's hair for her, maybe this is just a black thing. I don't know.
Listen.
Helping her.
Ooh, God bless. Listen,
wash her hair and massaging her scalp.
This is why I love paying people who love to do that. Okay.
So apparently, Grace, I'm talking well right now. Then.
Yes.
Can I push it further? Taking her braids out when it's time. And don't nobody like that part. Y'all see all the black girls go, That's a 9-hour job. They hold triceps, biceps, and 6 seps be burning. There ain't no such thing as 6 seps, but all of it be burning.
Listen,
all of it, all that.
Every morning I got to get this hair. Oh my God.
I've never seen a black woman take all her braids out in one day. It's always she start on the side so she can put it in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
No, you start in the middle.
Oh, that's what you do. Okay,
so
I got it backwards.
You pull the braids up to cover the part that's
there you go. That's what I was trying to say. I had the right image. I just don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? My ignorance showed up. But you got that I knew what I was talking about. You understand? I knew what I was talking about.
You see this fresh twist right here?
Yeah.
That took 12 hours. I still got an
it
afro back here. That's going to take another 4.
It was a weekend extravaganza for my daughter.
Oh,
I do one part on the Saturday, Sunday, and might be able to get to wash it after the other side come out. And she got a ton of hair on her head. That was an event.
So just so we clear, Renee talking about greasing the scalp. That's the lowest blessings right there. Okay, so all right, just so that's work. And it's Otis. I think I told Deanna one day. Do you remember when I told you that she was mad? She was so mad. She was so mad. Melissa, she was so mad at me one day. I had to check her. I was like, and trust me, when I check, I check. I was like, first off, I don't agree with a goddamn thing you say ever. Do you remember when I said that?
Oh, you actually said it a couple of different times. You say 99% of the time excuse my language, 99% of the time you do shit that I don't like.
99%. But what I said after that?
But you said, but you'll never know because
you'll never know.
I love you.
You'll never know. No. It never comes off of my energy. I never say it out loud. Eat it, and I shut my mouth. And she was just this day. She was disagreeing. Susan disagreed. And she was like such and such. And I was like, "Look here, woman. I had all I can stand. You hear me? I had all I can stand. I had all I can stand up to that point. I was like, look, you don't know. I agree with everything you do. I mean, I disagree with everything you do. Some of it is my ego because I ain't think of it. Others, you just do shit that I just don't like. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand what you're doing and all these feelings and all this stuff. But you'll never know it. You never know it. And I was trying to make the argument, Susan, harmony is far more important than correcting me. No, she was shocked when I said that. What was your thought process, Jana, when I said that to you? I got you, Tracy. Because see, hold on, let me just set one thing up. Because she up to that point, she thought I agreed with everything.
No, I didn't think you agreed with it.
But you ain't know that I hated every damn thing you did.
Yeah, that part I didn't know. I didn't know that part. I didn't know that part.
And she may feel that way about you.
Exactly. And I freely admitted to it. I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just saying I'm a male with a huge ego. I don't like nothing you do. I don't like nothing you do. I hate all of it. But she never knew, Indiana, do I act that way?
No. I
just act like a big old koala bear. No, we only having this conversation because I confessed. She'll never know. So this ain't my attitude. This is my hidden secret thoughts. Ain't nobody supposed to hear. But this wasn't my attitude. Go ahead, Tracy.
Okay, right there in that moment, I have an issue. Not an issue, but a question.
Well,
I guess.
it's fair. It's fair because
Okay,
I'm giving secret thoughts
now-
that shouldn't be out.
Well, because I don't know if that's just a male thing or what, because as far as the female, like we want to, and tell me, let me just say it. We want to tell you all when we have a problem with something so that we can try to resolve it, right, females? And then sometimes it's taken as us like complaining about it, but then like once it gets too far, too much, that's when like it'll like when you just say you don't say the stuff that you don't like and you just keep it in, doesn't that build up? And then when she finally say it's too much, then it all come out and say, well, I don't say to you all the stuff that you do, and you feel like, now you feel like she's saying stuff to you, but you don't say the stuff to her. So, but a lot of times, me personally, I would prefer for them to tell me where an issue is when that issue comes up, so it won't build up to where you get to the point where when I say I express myself one too many times, and then you want to blow up and talk about all the stuff that all the problems you did have that you didn't say nothing about.
No, you first off, you're 1,000,000,000% right.
And he does.
Unfortunately for you, our relationship was far different from that. I'm gonna let her confess on this mic.
So he does do that. Like he'll when something comes up, he will address it then. Like he doesn't have what he calls secret problems.
Secret problems. I don't hold on to nothing. It's always so. If I keep my mouth shut, it means I didn't let it go while I'm keeping my mouth shut. It never festers. But confession time. Come on, you gotta help the people. Who was Tracy really talking about?
Me, because I don't talk. I don't communicate. I don't say a damn word.
Tracy, she the man. She's the man that you was talking about, not me. She's the man. Tell them who the mean one is.
I am. I don't talk. I don't say a damn word. I be like, well, look, let's talk about that tomorrow. I'm tired. Go sleep.
Come on, keep going. Give more details. Scale of 1 to 10. Compared to me to you, how mean are you?
10.
How mean am I?
Like 1.
If I have a problem, how long does it last?
It don't last long.
Who have we recently found out stretch out a doggone problem?
Me, because I don't talk.
Okay, then there you go. So you're right, Tracy, except for they got nothing to do with me.
Okay, well then next question and everybody's opinions. Quick question. So do y'all think, because like you said, not saying things a lot of times will just keep the harmony and keep the peace. So the question is, when do you?
This is a good question.
Even at work, anytime you we talking about putting in sacred work, right? If you don't say something and it builds up, because if you don't say something, then you just got to let it go, and you got to be able to let it go within. If not, it's going to build up. But then if you say something too many times, then it sounds like you're trying to be argumentative, or you're not trying to have the harmony. So, when do y'all think is good to actually say it, and when is it good to just say, you know what, let me just not even say anything so I can just keep the peace?
I think it's based.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for you. Let me go first, because I don't have an answer. Mine will be very short. I don't have an answer for you there. I can only tell you that I let nothing get to me. It's very rare. So when and this silent, see the assumption there is it's getting to me, or it has to get to us. It just rolls right off of me. So it never becomes a problem. That's not me. Here's the deal. That's not me being a good person. That's me being in a trash can. You can't do something to me worse than what I came from. I let that go. I'm telling you, it's not. I mean, listen, I'm not a good person. I've been through hell. Your little hot mouth, I barely notice.
That's your little hot box.
No disrespect, but when you think about what I'm saying, it makes sense. So I have no real answer for you. So Deanna, you got to go into some real detail, because unless you go to the trash can, if you want to be as cool as me, then all right, Lord, I ask Tracy be homeless right now for the next 15. Oh, okay, all right then. So you get the point. Okay, okay.
Don't
Okay,
put that in
Otis.
the atmosphere. Oh no.
Okay, y'all get the point. I'm cool, Melissa, because I've been through homelessness for 15 years. Right? Go ahead, Deanna.
When you start having a conversation with that person in your head, then it's time to say something. But you approach them not in a manner of, you got me, you done effed around and found out, Hey, can I speak with you for a moment? But when you start having, Antonio used to say this all the time, and I never understood it. It took me a while to understand it. But when you start having a conversation in your head with that person, and that person has no clue you having that conversation, it's time. That's when it's time to talk to them. You muted, Antonio. We can't hear you.
Amen. I'm just saying amen. Keep going. I'm just saying amen. I'm not. It's time to talk. Amen. Keep going. Let's just call a response.
Yeah, that's when you, because if you're unbothered by it, unless it is hurting somebody around you, if you're unbothered by it, be unbothered by it, to keep your harmony. But if you start having a conversation in your head, man, I'm tired of him. Why he always She always walking in here yelling at people. Don't nobody, when you start having those conversations in your head, it's time to go. It's time to go have that conversation with them.
Very good point. I'm going to show you how weird me and Deanna relationship is. Watch, Deanna, who do most of the cooking?
It's 50-50.
That's a lie, but there you go. I'll take 50-50 then. We'll take 50-50. I'm just joking. It is 50-50. We do 50-50 cooking. Y'all got it? No, I was just joking. Well, I wouldn't say all that. My grandmother just had a restaurant, and I kind of learned a thing or two. You understand what I'm saying?
My grandfather was a caterer.
Oh, okay.
And you still the better cook. So that ain't no sir. That's you.
Damali, my cooking will make you pregnant, Damali. You understand? The cooking. Grace, eat my cooking, you'll get pregnant. You hear me? No, I don't mean, no, there's no action after. I'm talking about the actual plate. The plate. Not nothing after. The plate. That's how good my food is. You hear me? Jerome ate my food, got pregnant. It respects no gender. It respects no gender. You understand? It respects no gender. Male or female. You eat my food, you're getting pregnant. You understand? You're getting pregnant. Who does most of the forgiveness?
You.
Work should be sacred. Just because you know better, Frida. Just because you know better, Frida, does not mean you are better, and you should run your mouth and correct. Because correcting is not sacred. Please, where is there sacred text on correction? Hear, O Lord, our God, Damali, the great corrector, the adjuster of attitudes, the sanctifier of sassy talk. No. Correction is not sacred. Work should be sacred. What else you got for us, Deanna?
Can I chime in?
This is, we done died all over this cross with the blood and stuff. Somebody got to chime in.
I think also too, before you say something, you have to make sure that it's not because somebody is hitting your triggers. When something is going on and you're bothered, you got to take a first look at yourself before you address somebody else, because it very well could be just you.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
No. That ain't just something to agree with. That's a fact. That's FAK. FAK.
So a lot of times before I say something, I like to try to examine myself and see where it's coming from. And live and let live. If it's something that's not hurting me, that's intentionally toward me, then if what I say is not going to help the situation, then there's no need to say it.
Okay, I'm you know what, you just changed the next 30 minutes. Good job. I'm gonna say something that's gonna blow your mind in a second. Renee.
And like what Miss Frida was saying, because I've had it to where Jay would say something to me and I would be like, and I would kind of look at him, and then I would say, he was like what? And I was like, you know what? I was like, you kind of rolled up on one of my triggers, but I had to kind of be the one to be like, yeah, because that was a trigger, but you had to be upfront, because I still, and it's funny because sometimes you don't realize that some of those triggers are still there, but they come up in different situations, because I knew going in that I had huge abandonment issues, huge ones. But there have been some other triggers that have come up that I wasn't even aware about, but that's where the communication really comes in, because you really have to be like, you know what? I didn't realize. Sometimes you don't realize that you have certain triggers until somebody rolls up on them, and you have to get on that sword enough to say, okay, this is really how I feel, but this is what has been going on for quite some time, because I don't think that triggers are something that happen overnight. It's happened over time, and then it's like somebody roll up on them, and it's like, and you could look at them like you got 4 eyes, even though I do.
You learned all them triggers
by the time you was 8.
You learned all them triggers by the time you was 8. When somebody cheat on you when you 16, you learn how to respond to that before you was even in puberty.
And when my dad wasn't in my life, it was like, I was like, okay, I'm used to people just not being there, but you have
I'll break
to,
it down.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead.
Keep going. No. Keep going. I was confused. I'll break it down.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? But you have to get on that samurai sword, because it's some of the traumas that I've had, and I had to just keep it real and be honest with Jay, because I was like, okay, all right, this is here, and when you in a relationship with somebody, it only magnifies the things that you have gone through. It doesn't put a blanket over it. It only uncovers stuff.
Right.
So you got to deal with it before it deals with you. So I'm grateful that we have great communication, because I've been like, yo, I don't like this. But I have been one to not say anything, and Jay is the one to really be like, he will come up off something very, very quick, whereas me, I'll kind of be like, I try not to ever lash out, out of just emotion, and sometimes that I would take that and be like, okay, let me take a minute and not say anything, but then I'm coming to even more grips of being like, to being more upfront and being like, baby, I didn't like that. But then I have to be careful of what I don't like and what my triggers, you know what I'm saying, to really tell the difference between if it's something Renee doesn't like, or if it's something that my trigger just rolled up on.
Okay, so let me say this.
Communication is important. Okay.
Let me say this here, because you and who did I say? Freedom. Y'all just said the same thing from two different ends of the spectrum. So let me. This will not be popular because you're programming, and it would be so easy, and nobody's going to dislike a single word I'm going to say, but to uplift a man is not popular, and for a man to uplift a man is not popular. If for a man to uplift himself is damn sure not popular. Let's just make all that clear. But I do need to explain to y'all something, how this works. I do all the forgiving in this relationship. Is this true, Deanna?
Yes, yes, it is.
Deanna does all the laughter in this relationship. Keep listening. I'm going somewhere, Susan. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. I do all the forgiving. But if you remove me, there'd be no laughter. That's Deanna. You get me, Jerome. You get me. You get me. See, it's so wonderful to talk about her. But when I put me in it, it's bad now. You get it? So let's keep going. I do all the forgiving. She do all the laughter. I do all the driving now. She gets us to the destination. Oh, you're gonna hit me today. This what is this? Is this wedding vows? Somebody write this down. What I'm saying, man. Write this down.
Come on, synchronizing,
harmonizing.
Come on now.
You starting to get it. You see why it just took you two of them, huh? It took you two of them to see where I was going, huh, Frida? I do all the business building. She build all the legacies. I do all the recordings. She upload them all to the cloud. I'm not joking. I'm not using metaphors, Damani. I'm telling you what factually happens. I do all the vision setting. She do all the alignment to make sure we stay on course. Come on, you get me, Damani. You get me. She has all the correction and all the anger. I do all the ignoring, so it never gets personal. I'm trying to make this make sense. Deanna, have I misspoke at all?
No, you haven't.
Okay, that was a laughter of truth. Y'all see it? She is to me with, I'm telling you. But the things that we do together, I don't do anything worth of notability or notoriety. It's the right word there. Nothing I do is of notoriety, because while I record, y'all won't see it unless she upload it. While she spends the money, she also makes the money. Because the very podcast that sustains a lot, she the one making the money at this point, Susan. It ain't me. It's my mouth for her distribution. See, I told you it wasn't gonna be popular. I ain't said a single thing wrong, but we can't handle when men take on a feminine role or say things like, I am far more feminine in my relationship than the woman. We can't handle that. Is this correct, Deanna?
It is correct. It is correct.
See, y'all not paying attention. That's all right, though. Not paying attention. Not paying attention. We're going to try it again. We're going to try it again with this. We're going to see if a few more people can get it. Did you, Deanna, is it correct? Am I making this up?
No, you're not.
Do I have you bamboozled to where there's a, you're not going to eat tonight. You're going to have to eat one sweet pea, and I don't mean like a big one, a sweet potato. No, I mean like a sweet pea, one of the green ones, this big. Is that going to happen?
Ooh, I got some jalapeno red.
Oh my God, I forgot she's a foodie. Okay.
It's nuggets. Okay.
Go through it.
You talked about dinner and my brain just
I know.
tripped. Okay. I'm sorry.
Go through it.
But no, you're not fabricating anything. You are telling truth.
That's why I don't believe in gender roles, Susan. I don't. I'm not good, Tracy. I just believe in harmony. And if this is your role, see, you got to understand what I'm saying. If you really try to believe in what I'm saying, this will get a lot easier. She came from a masculine mother and a feminine father. Let me be quiet real quick. Go ahead, then. Go. You say something right there. No. You're gonna say it with your chest.
My mom was the mean one. She was the.
Let's keep mean out of it. Let's just say masculine and feminine. Let's just say that.
She was the masculine one. My dad, he cooked the dinners. He picked us up in school. He played with us. My mom was always at work.
Who is still the masculine one today? If you needed $1,000 right now,
I go to
who
my
would give
dad.
it to you?
I go to my dad.
Okay, we're gonna do it again. Don't worry about it. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna try to get work. Who is more likely to tell you just because you're grown? Don't mean I won't whoop your butt. Nobody tells her that, but more likely. Okay, fair enough. Who did all the chastising when you was growing up? As in whippings. All of them. Most of them.
My mom.
Okay, thank you so much. That's typically true in most, because the mothers typically. But watch this here. Who ran? This is uncomfortable now. Okay. Who ran that relationship? Your mom or your daddy?
My mom.
And when you grew up, what you went got? No. Hold a damn minute now.
Watch it.
Okay. When you grew up, what you did?
I found a man like my dad.
Yeah, I'm missing it. That's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna keep going. Melissa. I'm gonna keep going. And you did what to him? It starts with an R, middle word is an A, last word is an N.
It's called ran. Ran that
ran all over him.
all over everything all day. Any thoughts?
No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
No, I did. The one before him was worse.
That was Deanna's version of it. It wasn't the real deal. Yeah, Deanna. No. That's such shiny smiley face. No.
The one before him, I told him straight up, I can't be with a dude who ain't got a spine. I told him that straight up.
Okay. So Deanna, in every relationship you ever been in, outside of me,
I'm bringing all them hoes.
Yeah, you're going to hear this. You're going to hear it, right? Listen.
I ran them all. They went my way.
I know.
They went my way.
Y'all are shocked. I know. This girl is mean. Now,
but they didn't start off that way.
Abusive relationships never start off that way, girl. Come on, teach this for a living. I got a whole course on that. Over a couple of
you're gonna be like you're gonna be the dude in this, okay? And the moment he showed me that my backbone was stronger than his, I was like, "Oh, we ain't doing this." Look,
now watch this. Watch this. Y'all gonna love this. If you were gonna catch this, when you catch it, you're gonna catch it. Because some of y'all are here, he just making himself look good. That's not what I'm doing. Because watch, listen, Deanna, when you got over here and you tried and you did, Lord knows she did. What happened?
You shut that down.
And now
even my brother is like, you finally found someone you can go toe to toe with you. Even my brother said that. All the way. My brother told me that. He said, "Oh, so you finally got someone that'll go toe to toe with you."
Now here's the punchline, Adonia, and this is what everybody needs to listen to. I want to say I'm a man's man, Jerome, but it's way stronger than that. Because my ego is all in it. You hear me? It's like 2 middle fingers to the air. Like, you got me blankety blank messed up, Melissa. Now think about this though, because Melissa's a survivor. I bet she won't go through it again. See, y'all don't really think about growing up in a trash can. Everything raped me. So I was ornery. I was an ornery old person. by the time I was 12. I ain't taking nothing. But listen very well. Today, mostly the man of the relationship is Deanna.
Nope, I'm not taking it. Nope. You let her
Goddamn
believe.
right. Oh no, no. That's 100% fact.
That's
right.
not true.
No, they're both true. They're both true. I am in the submissive role. Deanna, do you have the physical capacity to be submissive? Or are you like Adonia?
Me and Miss Adonia come from the same side.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much. Listen. There's no doubt about that. Just like, I'm not telling you that she run me because she knows she can't, Susan. I'm telling you, I let her run all this.
Adonia, you was muted. Whatever you said, we didn't hear you.
Okay.
No, he's doing it to keep the peace. You know, if he go where he can go, it'll be all bad. We'll be reading an article in the newspaper.
Oh, well, she knows that.
He's trying to.
I think she knows that. Do you know that?
But that's why you surrender it to her. But you are all man, and then some that just piss a person off, and you don't want to piss her off, so that's why you do it. So
that's fair. That's 100%
I love you,
fair.
and I got you. But this little angel wings, he's trying to fly.
No. I'm not putting on angel wings. I'm trying to defy gender roles and make work sacred. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Because work shouldn't be sacred in masculinity only. If you really hear what I'm saying, it is very appreciative what I'm saying. Because work should be sacred. And since she only knows that she got to do what she wants, is this correct now?
That's correct.
Can I put rules over you?
Mm-mm.
And can I make you my property? Sometimes, okay. Fair enough. But is you my property? Are you gonna do what I say? Do I possess you?
I mean, not in that manner, but yes.
Exactly, because now you go back into Adonia. I got you messed up. I'm not no treasure.
No, I said, yes, you do.
I'm not you're right. I'm trying to prove to y'all that work is sacred and Deanna is work. And if I got to take on the covering that is the bride of Christ instead of the warrior of Christ, then that's what I've done.
Yeah, I've done
it. You're not.
So I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead. This is a real question.
So do you have certain practices? Like, I know that you've been talking to us about the different things that we do, the different, like the mindfulness thing, the whole, flow and harmony. And there's got to be like a breaking point of, everybody has like a breaking point. So in order for you not to break, like, do you ever have?
Okay, that's a good question.
No. Like, what do you do to get it off? Like, you gotta get it off. Like, I know you play video games and stuff like that. So is it in the game or what?
This is good. This is real good.
Right?
No, this is real good. This is real good. I have to respect the fact that Adonia, Deanna, Adrian, they're not being aggressive. This is what they know. That's so difficult to get people to get. See, when Deanna gets on her stuff, and trust me, she acts just like a dog. If y'all think for 1 second that this, I don't understand what y'all thinking around here, but she is as feminist, superpower, girl power, shut up, man, as anybody.
If you can do it, I can do it too, person.
Leave my little sister alone. She has the ability to go there, but you must take her there for her to get there. I'm just saying, you give her a reason. When we go there because there's a reason.
Deanna, do you get a reason? Sometimes you do, obviously. No.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it just be he triggered me and now he finna catch all this.
I'm always facing what someone else did. And it's not me. But in order to make work sacred, I have to separate her response, Susan, and her triggers. And that's a certain level of maturity that we just don't have. Okay. She's triggered. Grace on today. Grace, did she get triggered?
Totally get it. You just got me. You got me. I'm sold. It's one the battle because we do other. I get
triggered. So since she's triggered and she takes on this masculine approach, then because she knows I hate this. I hate this. I don't mind a masculine woman, like, or alpha male. Actually, that's probably the only woman I want. But to hit me with masculine energy, talk over me, shut me down, don't let me get the word in, that pisses me off. Like, grab you by the neck and throw you across the walls off. Of course, I don't do that, but we are accounting for our wickedness. See, if you don't account for that, you can't control it. But I can assure you, I done killed Deanna 1,900 times in my head. I guarantee you, so there ain't no sense you give me credit.
I was checking. I was choke a motherfucker out somewhere.
You understand?
Them bears that still got something.
Okay, ain't no. Adrian's right. There has to be some sort of release. And Susan, I got some thought experience that if you can see them, you'd be like, "Oh my God, Antonio, no, you're going to hell," right? Because they terrible. I mean, chunky. It never comes out. And for the most part, I don't hold that vibration.
But is that right though? Is that right? Is that okay to see
it's
yourself
in all of us.
soaking?
It's in all of us. So I can't tell you if it's right. I can just tell you it's in all of us.
I've killed Antonio in my head about 1,900 times too.
Oh,
so
yeah. I'm sure.
I have to say it. If I feel like that's what I want to do because I've done it, look, let me just kill you, get it over with. I will resurrect you. I know how to do it.
Yeah,
just let me do it and get this out my system.
Just give me get out of my system. You know, I'm not telling you
because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to build.
It happens. I promise you. Me and Adonia had many conversations. Adonia has choked me a few times in these conversations. I'll never know. She never acted like it, but I can assure you. Look at her. She see, it's in all of us. It's in all of us. And I don't claim to be perfect. And that's one of the things that works with me. But what happens is the moment I feel it, it's almost instantaneous, Susan. At the exact moment I get pissed off, it's also the exact moment I let it go. It's near instantaneous. I promise you. It's not that I'm good. I do not claim to be good. I claim to hold harmony sacred. That's my claim. And I can separate her triggers from my wife. Amen. Like,
I'm applauding you, bro. I'm applauding you. You couldn't hear me. Look, you couldn't hear me. I'm applauding you.
He'll say something like he'll say something along those lines too when we're talking. He'll say something like, "I remember who you are."
So we got two safe words. That's one of them right there. That's one of our safe phrases. In fact, we had to do that 2 days ago. 3 days ago. No, on your birthday. We had to do that on your birthday. She killing me. This is like midnight though. This is way after the good time. And I go, now who am I? Typically, she don't listen, but she did this time, and I was shocked. And I was like, oh, she's like, Miss me, right? You know, I say it right, and it died right there. That's one, and the other one is fireflies.
Butterflies.
She made that one up. It's something sacred. It's something sacred to her, right? If we need a safe place, one of us to say fireflies and butterflies, and that means you don't cross the god doggone line, Jerome. And I need to say something, And it's going to stay right here. And this conversation is over. You understand? It's over. We got these. And then
Okay,
every
so I
now
got
and
a
then.
question.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
got a
No,
question.
I'm trying to help.
No. My head is shaking up. So where is, because y'all got to have this, it's because there's more. There's more. So where is the mud bank? And where's the Jello pool? And where's the ice cream? I mean, because I'm just saying, you got to be able to fight this out. That's how it works.
She argued by herself. This is an irritating thing about me, and this is what this is. It's, I guess you can call it manipulation, but I don't do no god doggone arguing. I don't, Deanna.
No, he doesn't.
Because I don't have, Susan, I don't have a middle point. If I argue, you don't want to see it. It's Adonia's spot on right. She is right. If I argue, furniture moving, houses getting burnt down. Fuck this marriage. so I don't argue. I have it's something I learned as a younger, because I went to jail so much. You gotta remember, I got in trouble for my temper all the time. So unless you've been in jail as many times as me, you don't understand what I'm talking about. You're still talking about. I learned all of that. So she's talking about herself. Now, that's extremely irritating, Susan. I do admit that. Oh, that's irritating. That is like, I might as well be pouring gasoline on the fire. You hear me? Because you don't take me to all stuff like that. What do you think when I just don't go there? What is it? I don't care. What is it that you're thinking? Or are you not thinking? Which one is it?
It'd be so much stuff going through my head, I can't even narrow it down.
Typically ends in my death, though.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough then. So we back on the human side. All I'm saying is, I've learned that as a masculine man that I am, to take on a feminine role. Okay, Renee, to take on a feminine role. And that, Adonia, has been the fight of my life. You have no idea. You have no idea.
I actually get it. I have a life moment, and I get exactly what you're saying. I get it. This is a sanity. Your actions are to keep life still going, because
that's
if
right.
it goes too far left, it's a wrap. I get it. I actually get that.
Yeah, harmony, sacred work. So we now again. Don't hear, like Tracy. Don't hear, I'm good. And don't hear she good, because it's not. It's far from good. I mean, Adrian, it makes sense. One of us got to be crazy. Now, if she crazy and I'm calm all the time, that means, Adonia, I'm the real crazy one. Yin and yang. She done rocked the Melissa. I must have a look, because she know right when to stop. I have this look, and she won't do it in person. Oh no, she don't do it in person. Tell them about that, because we got to end. Tell them about that. How much do you act up in person?
Rarely.
Oh, she'll wait till I'm on the road.
Rarely.
Oh yeah. She'll strategically, Melissa, wait until we on the phone. Now that you're gone, I find it funny.
Now I'm like a Deanna in that sense.
So you get that too, huh? That makes sense. I'm too mean, I'm too strong. And then the person will be like, hey, I'm gonna have some choice where don't you do it? And I hear that. Like they just stop. Don't do it. My friends, it's not about being good. It's not about being bad. I've had to learn how to make Deanna sacred work. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Damn sure ain't easy. But worshiping God ain't easy, Grace. You've been doing it for 42 years and you still ain't got it right. You gotta go there every Sunday to practice.
Sure. Lost. All right.
You go to Bible every Sunday, every what is it? You got Tuesdays, Mondays. Every Monday to get better. You've been practicing, you've been reading the same book over and over for 42 years. Still ain't got it right. Okay, now. So it's fair to say, Adrian, I'm fucking up. It's fair to say. No. Tony, it's fair to say, I ain't got this right. I'm just saying that it has to be sacred, not right, but sacred. And that's the truth. We'll do part 2 of this next week. What I'll do is, and I'll show you, we're going to go through things like this, plus have some fun like we're doing. I'm going to tell you about how in ancient Egypt, ancient work was often seen as a form of worship to the gods. Then I'm going to go to European standards and European cultures and show you how work was sacred to the gods. We come from, and I quote my sources, Phil. Look, it's right there. David A. Rosalie. Okay. Religion and Magic in Ancient Egypt.
Wait.
Penguin Books.
Do you think you're sharing your screen?
No, I put it in there.
Oh, okay.
It might
I'm
be.
sorry.
I think it's under my name. I think it's under your name, Grace. I must be logging under you or something. I don't know what's going on. It's in Zoom chat. It's in Zoom chat. Yeah, it's in Zoom chat. I got plenty. I'll share my screen so you can see. We'll go through it. We're not going to go through it now. We ended in 90 seconds or 120 or something like that. But because I got to pee anyway. But right, it's all this here. We're going to go through all this here, plus something else, right? We're going to, my bad. Plus there's something else. We're going to go through it. I'm trying to set up this fixed thinking, this thinking that, see, Adonia says, she's right. She's right. Adonia says, you don't have to be all up under me, and I don't need you all around. That's true, because nobody is trying to be in harmony with the full her. I believe, I could be wrong, but if somebody was being in harmony with the full Adrian, with the full Adonia, that person would become a healthy addiction in which you don't want them to give you space. That's a different conversation. It's a different conversation. I mean, do you want space?
That's a different conversation.
It is.
That ain't how it works.
No, because I want Adonia to shut up when she offends me. Or how about she never offends me? There's an option. There's an option. Jerome, that makes sense. Don't talk to me like that. Or talk to me any way you want to. Just know when you finish, we're going to have a conversation. What's wrong with a significant other, male or female, that can take Adonia's barrage of triggers? Because they triggers, that's not Adonia. If I make Adonia mad, that's not Adonia talking. It's every piece of bullshit person that put something on her coming back out of her. And if I can't separate that, then she never gonna be a good wife. Never. Because every chance I get, Demond, I'm remind you how bad you are. And trust me, I got here. These are my last words. I got here because that's what Deanna told me. That I kept reminding her how bad she was. She didn't get sacred, Melissa, because understood. Oh, you know what? I read in a book, she sacred. No, she got sacred because she called me out. And I had to eat that, Adonia. I had to eat that every time that she messed up and I couldn't handle it no more. I told her that I couldn't handle it no more. And you know what people don't want to hear, Grace? When you can't handle it no more? That you can't handle it no more. Should have said something a long time ago. I'm not good. I got called out and I became feminine when I needed to be. Because work is sacred. Tony O.T. Smith Jr., you can't plant better. You can dominate. Love you, everybody.
Love you more.
Love you more.
All right,
I think
y'all.
I love you this time.
Look at me.
Good night,
Yes. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.